Hello students, here we are going to do a small topic from the states of matter, that is liquefaction of the gases. I will write here. Liquefaction of the gases. Now this concept, liquefaction of the gases, this tells about the how gases could be liquefied. If you want to liquefy a gas, if you want to change the gas to a liquid state, what we can do is we can compress it. We can do this compress, or we can cool it. Okay, if we lower the temperature of the gas will change to a liquid state. So either I can compress the gas or cool the gas, or I can do both the things and change a gas into a liquid state. Now the thing is cooling. The very important thing we are going to discuss over here is the cooling. Like if we cool the gas, and then the gas is going to get converted to the liquid state. If we compress the gas, then also the gas is going to get converted to the liquid state. Now how these two things, a compression and cooling, changes the state of the liquid? The concept is very simple. The thing is, let's talk about the compression. Like basically we represent, let's say this is the gas container and here there is a gas particles. Here these are the gas particles which are moving randomly in the motion, right? It is moving randomly. So what happens over here is that if I compress this to the, let's say this is the free moving lead, and I apply some pressure and I compress this to a lower volume. I am getting it over here. So what is going to happen? Now the gas particle, the molecule distance between the particle has decreased. So this is as good as that of the idea of the liquid. Like in the liquid, the gas particles are very close to one another and the force of attraction between them is little higher. So that is what is done. So this and this state, like this was a gas at pressure P1 and I applied pressure P2, and by compression what I made is I made that gas into a liquid. This is one way. The other way is by cooling. Now how cooling can change the state of the gas? The thing is very simple. Again, let's take this. Okay, again here this is gas and this is liquid. The pressure P2 is much higher than pressure P1. This is what we can consider. So this is what is happening over here. The next thing what we can do is we can consider gas. It has occupied this much of volume. Okay, let's say these are the particles. These are the particles or the molecules of the gas which are in random motion, continuously moving in the random motion. So since these are the particles which are in continuous random motion, it is having its own kinetic energy. Now what happens? The energy of this particle, the randomness, the movement of the particle is directly dependent on the temperature. So sorry, or what we can say is that velocity is directly proportional to the temperature. More is the temperature, more the speed will be of this particle. Since they are in the continuous random motion, it is considered to be a gas. But let's say this is to be a temperature T1, that is lower temperature. T1 is the lower temperature. I changes to this temperature to, let's say, some higher temperature T2. Sorry, let's consider this to be higher temperature T2. Okay, T2 is the higher temperature. I get the temperature down to T1. What will happen? The particles which are over here, I am not changing the pressure. See, this lead is over there only. I am changing the temperature. What I am doing? I am decreasing the temperature. Since velocities of the particle or the molecules is directly proportional to temperature, it is in the continuous random motion. Now as I decrease the temperature, what is going to happen is that there will be decrease in the molecular motion, means molecules are not going to move with that speed as it was moving with a high temperature. So what will happen, the temperature will tend to settle down, over here, the molecules will tend to settle down over here at a lower temperature, right? This is what we can consider. In both the cases, what we can understand that the gas particles occupy the lower volume. See, that is what the definition of the states of matter. One gas molecule or one atom cannot define the state of the system. It is the arrangement, it is the total arrangement of the particles that will decide the state of the system. Here also this is one gas, but it is dispersed, that's why it is called as a gas. Here it is a little bit, the molecules are closer to one another, that's why this is called as liquid. Here this is at certain temperature, they are moving randomly in the motion, and we call that to be a gas. At lower temperature, the velocity decreases of this particle, and they tend to the energy, what we can say is what is the other thing is that a kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is also directly proportional to temperature, means as the temperature decreases, kinetic energy decreases, and they tend to settle down, and the force of attraction between them increases, and we call this to be a liquid. These are the two concepts between the gases and the liquid. Then T1 is lower than temperature T2. Okay, these are the things. This is how we can compress or cool the gas to change its states from the liquid state, from the gaseous to the liquid state. So now the question arises, is it possible to compress a gas and change it to a liquid state at all the temperatures? Okay, now the question is, let's talk about this compression first method. Okay, so question is it possible to compress gas and convert it to liquid state at any temperature? At any temperature, whatever may be the temperature, like we can compress the gas and that gas will change to a liquid? No, there is a certain temperature above which gas cannot be liquefied. Okay, there are certain temperature above which gas cannot be liquefied. So the question is, here is the question, is it possible to compress gas and convert it to liquid state at any temperature? Like, this is the question, and the answer is big no. That is not possible. So here what I define is something called as a critical temperature. Okay, I introduce a term is critical temperature. Now, what is critical temperature? This is the temperature above which a given gas cannot be liquefied, however hard the pressure you may apply. Means, for example, if I take a carbon dioxide gas, okay, critical temperature, okay, this is a TC, for that symbol for the critical temperature is TC. The critical temperature for the carbon dioxide TC is 304.2 Kelvin. This is the temperature. Like below 304.2, you may apply the pressure, certain amount of the pressure to the gas, and you can convert that to a liquid state. But once this temperature higher than this, like 304.3 or 305 Kelvin, you can compress the gas, but the gas is not going to change it to a liquid state. So this is what the definition of the critical temperature. Definition is what? It is the temperature above which a given gas cannot be liquefied, however hard or however high pressure you may apply. That is what the critical temperature. So this is the first term you have to understand, that is what is the meaning of critical temperature. Critical temperature. Below critical temperature you can compress the gas and convert it to a liquid. Example, for carbon dioxide, critical temperature is 304.2 degree Kelvin. Next term is critical. Next term is under compression only we are learning, is critical pressure. Now critical pressure is the pressure required, like let's say for a carbon dioxide gas, TC, the critical temperature is 304.2 degree 0.2 Kelvin, right? This is the critical temperature. At this temperature, how much of the pressure is required to compress a gas into a liquid state? To compress a gas, or how much pressure is required to apply on a gas to change it from a gas to a liquid state? That is what the critical pressure is. Means at this temperature how much pressure you will require. So second terminology is we are writing a critical pressure, that is PC. Now the third quantity is the critical volume. See, once the pressure and the temperature is set, it will have certain volume, right? So third quantity is the critical volume, that is VC. Now this critical volume definition is for the 1 mole of gas. It is the volume occupied by 1 mole of gas at critical temperature and the critical pressure. So these are the three terminologies you should know. Okay, the spelling is critical volume, that is VC. So these are the three important terminologies which we have to understand. One is the temperature, means above that temperature gas cannot be liquefied. Critical pressure is the pressure at the critical temperature, and the critical volume is the volume occupied by 1 mole of gas at a critical temperature and the critical pressure. Okay, let us understand some relationship between the critical temperature and the Van der Waals constant and the gas constant. For example, critical temperature TC, I will just write TC, the critical temperature, how it is related to the Van der Waals constant, and the gas constant is 8A by 27 B square. This is the relationship. Then PC is related as here it is related by 27 BR. Like A and B are the gas constant. 8 by 27 is just a constant factor, and R is a gas constant. Here it is A by 27 B, it is R square. 8A by 27 B square, right? And the volume, critical volume, is given by 2B. These are the three things which we have to understand. The derivations, how these are derived, this is really not important for you at this level, but these terminologies, many times the questions related to these relations are asked in a competitive exams. That is the TC is equal to 8A by 27 BR, then that is critical pressure is equal to A upon 27 B square, and a critical volume is 3 times that of B, right? So these are the important relations which you have to keep in mind. So this is where I end with this class. In next lecture I will do with the Andrews isotherm. Thank you.